Number 17, the New York Jets. I think there's a chance they'll probably try and trade this pick, move up, move down, maybe try and work out a trade for Anquan Boldin or Houshmandzadeh, but failing that, I'm going to say if they use this pick, they're going to take Percy Harvin, wide receiver out of Florida, versatile playmaker. I think Coles is done in New York. I think he's burned his bridges there. I don't think he's coming back. And you know, the Jets, they don't want to head into next season with Jericho Cotchery as their best receiver, and past that you have Brad Smith and David Stuckey and Clowney and whatever. So I'm gonna say Percy Harvin. Ah man, sore. Bears, number 18. I think the guy they might have wanted just went one pick before. But, you know, I think their defense looks pretty good. I know their secondary was really bad last year, but that was because of injuries. I think if they get some of these guys back, they'll be fine. So they look at offense. I don't know if there's a quarterback here. I know they feel they're set at running back with Matt Forte, so I'm going to have them reach a little bit and take Darius Hayward-Bay, the wide receiver out of Maryland, because they need a wide receiver bad, man. I mean, last year, I know Brandon Lloyd made some plays for him. I know Marty Booker did some good things, but they did not have a big-time wide receiver that they could really depend on. And I know they have quite a few good tight ends down there, but they need to keep trying until something works. So Darius Hayward-Bay to the Bears. Pick number 19, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Near the end of the year, we saw what was wrong with the team. They were old. Defensively, pretty much the entire team, Derek Brooks, Rondé Barber, Kevin Carter, they couldn't do it anymore. They got too old. And that also went for the offense. The offensive line was just awful down the stretch. They were letting Garcia get the hell beaten out of him. So I was looking through the players trying to decide, do they need to take defense or do they need to take offensive line? And it's both. So who's the best player available? So I think the best player available is Michael Oher, the offensive tackle out of Ole Miss. I know they have some young guys on the offensive line they like, but near the end of the year, Garcia was getting killed, so I think they kind of have to look there. Michael Oher to the Buccaneers. Pick 20, Detroit Lions, thanks to the trade with the Dallas Cowboys, get another first-round pick. They have their quarterback of the offense. I say they get a quarterback of the defense with this pick. James Laurinaitis, the inside linebacker out of Ohio State. I definitely think they need to go defense with this pick. Offensively, I don't think they're that bad off. They now have their franchise quarterback. They have Kevin Smith, who was a good running back. They have Calvin Johnson, a great wide receiver. The offensive line, I don't know if it's very good, but they do seem to like these guys. Jeff Backus is their left tackle, so I don't think they're going to take a left tackle. So I'm going to go with James Laurinaitis. They have Ernie Sims, who's a pretty good outside linebacker, but their other linebackers, I think, like they have a guy named Pio Lemon or something. Peter Lemon, I don't know his name, but it's something Lemon. And Laurinaitis wouldn't really help out their defense, which was, you got to be bad to go 0-16. So that's pick 20 to the Lions, James Laurinaitis. Pick 21, Philadelphia Eagles. There's rumors of them trading this pick to get Boldin, to get TJ Houshmandzadeh if he gets franchised, maybe even Chad Johnson. I don't like it. Every trade rumor I hear has them picking up a wide receiver. I don't think they need a wide receiver, guys. I think they're good at wide receiver. Kevin Curtis is a quality starter. He might even be a number one. I believe Deshaun Jackson could become a Pro Bowler in the NFL. And they have a bunch of other decent guys that provide, good 3, 4, 5 options. Jason Avant, Hank Baskett, Reggie Brown, etc. An elite wide receiver like Anquan Boldin is not going to take them any further than the wide receivers they have right now. So I think they keep the pick, and I'm going to say they draft William Moore, the safety out of Missouri. Dawkins could retire after this season's done, and Quinton McKell has curried some favor with the team. I know they like Quinton McKell, but I don't feel like his future with the team is completely secure. And in case of injury, you got to have some depth. So I think they're going to take William Moore, the safety out of Missouri, the Eagles, with the 21st pick. 22nd pick, Minnesota Vikings. Really solid team all around, I think. They got good running backs. They got wide receivers they like. They got a good offensive line. Their entire defense looks good. So I'm going to come back to the one glaring weakness on this team, other than head coach, and you can't do anything about that in the draft, quarterback. Matt Stafford and Mark Sanchez are already gone. So the big two, they're long gone. But there is a third guy that is moving up the draft charts, mainly because of his play, but also because of his size. This guy is 6'6", and he's a all-around big guy, 250 pounds. That's taller than Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. That's, I think, about as tall as Joe Flacco. So I like tall quarterbacks. So I think that the Minnesota Vikings will take Josh Freeman, quarterback out of Kansas State. New England picks next. And I was torn on this pick. I was either going to give them Brandon Pettigrew or Everett Brown. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought the Patriots' style will be to take Everett Brown and have him move to the 3-4 outside linebacker. I know they're getting Adalius back, and Adalius is in the prime of his career. Mike Vrabel is still a quality player, but he's getting older, so Everett Brown will give them some depth, and at some point they're going to have to move him in there. I know they just drafted Jared Mayo too, but the other inside linebacker position, I don't know what's going to happen there. Maybe they even move this Everett Brown guy to inside linebacker for a year, because they'll have to. So Everett Brown is the pick for the Patriots. Number 24, Atlanta Falcons. Last year they succeeded because they gave Matt Ryan a very simple offensive game plan. Run the ball a lot, and when you throw the ball a lot to your superstar wide receiver, Roddy White. Maybe that won't work this year. So I'm going to give them Brandon Pettigrew, tight end out of Oklahoma State. Because outside of Roddy White, they don't have too many threats in the passing game. Jenkins makes a play every now and then. They have some other guys that occasionally do things, but they don't really have a viable second option. So that's why last year they kept it simple and just said, Ryan should focus on getting the ball into the hands of Roddy White. Maybe this year they need that second option, and I think that's going to be Brandon Pettigrew, the tight end out of Oklahoma State. And that is pick 24. So I'll wrap up the first round in a minute here.